right, I got my coffee. Good afternoon, y'all. I wanted to come on here real quick. I didn't mean to take that long because honestly, I'm not even going to talk for that long. I think it's interesting that you can monetize your live streams directly from StreamYard now. That's a good addition that they made. I wanted to come and talk about the vile slander that's already been screenshotted for evidence from a sick minded person, a sick minded reprobate. I wanted to come and respond to it being online, making accusations that my man is my uncle. He must be inbred or something. And I'm going to tell you something. It is really annoying dealing with somebody that doesn't have a life. The problem is that it doesn't have a job, it doesn't have a business, it doesn't do anything with its life all day, every damn day. So he's on his wall making stupid accusations, making accusations that my man, who's an older man, is my uncle. First of all, my man is an Aries. I'm not going to give too much information, okay, about him, of course. However, my uncle is an Aquarius, not an Aries. Now, I understand that after 10 plus years of being on YouTube and claiming to be in a relationship with a woman that is actually his family member. Now, allegedly, I believe that he is a fraud. I believe, and I don't even understand why he's even claiming that. I don't understand why he's claiming this relationship that is not true, that is not there. I have no idea why he's doing that. I think he's doing that for the black sector or something. Because I can assure you that he has literally nothing really going on YouTube. Nothing. He's not advertising a business. He's not selling any products. He's literally on here to do nothing but to try to aggravate people and be a fraud and to stalk people. So no, I have always had real relationships. I've never had to lie about something like that. That's so weird. Why would I do that if it wasn't real and take the chance of this dude harassing me about it, which is literally what he did, what he does. Honestly, at this point, I believe that again, he's a laughing stock. I believe that people are going to continue to encourage his behavior just to see how long he's going to go with it, just to see how long he's going to keep going. I believe that. I believe he's going to just keep going. People are going to encourage it because it's astounding. It's literally astounding that he doesn't have enough sense. But again, the so-called relationship that I had with him was not real either. Because most of the time, what people want to do when they have had a negative experience with a person, and he claims that the experience that me and him had was negative, even though he's been begging for my attention ever since then. So it must have been, it couldn't have been that bad. But most people that are dealing with a normal situation that they want to walk away from are not posting things in social media. And I want to make this clear. I am only here because I do run a business. And this dude has been nothing but a fucking, what do you call that? A liability. Because he doesn't contribute anything good to the world. He doesn't contribute anything. I have never in my life seen a person behave that way every single day. So no, my uncle is not my man. My uncle is 20 years older than me. My man is only a couple of years older than me. Also, another thing, why would I be in a relationship with my uncle? That's called incest, you weirdo. Who does that? Nobody does that. Nobody has to do that. Nobody would do that. That's sick. What the hell are you talking about? But yet people, he just continues. He is obsessed with women who don't want him. I think it's ridiculous. And I think that what the problem is that he needed more to do with his life years ago. He ain't never had nothing to do. He don't do nothing all day. Just like right now, I'm gonna get off of here. I don't have time to be on here. I don't think about him all day, but I do pay attention to his slander. And for some reason, the only way I feel like the only way I'm gonna get rid of him talking shit about me online, like he really literally can't come anywhere near me in real life. But I think the way I'm gonna get rid of him in real life is going on the internet is going to be a restraining order. It is such a beautiful day out here today, though. It's 70 some degrees, so I'm gonna enjoy my day. Nobody has time to be sitting here arguing with a vile, disgusting troll all day. And by the way, you're cursed for speaking lies upon my family, straight up and down, because that's a lie. And he has no sense of sensibility to realize that he's involving an innocent man, which is my uncle, in his slander. He doesn't care. He has no standards for his behavior. And everybody should have standards for the things that they say, the things that they post. It's not nobody's fault that this dude robbed somebody in New York and can't get a job. Nobody would hire him because they know that he would be a liability. Now, a lot of times when brothers get out of prison, a lot of people give them a lot of hope. A lot of people try to give them a lot of encouragement. It's been 30 something years since this dude got out of prison for robbing somebody. Michael Moore was factually in prison for armed robbery. Okay, factually. And that's not slander. That's something that can be checked if you look at his criminal records. Armed robbery. He is an example of a failure. He was paroled and ain't did nothing with his life ever since. I think they should take his disability from him. He does get disability. And how did he get a disability check? How did he how how did a convicted felon get a disability check? And that ain't my business, but I'm just asking. I bet you if he didn't get that disability check, because I can promise you, yeah, he's got mental illnesses, of course, but I think that he's more corrupt than anything. I bet you if he had to actually work like other people every day of his life, I bet you he would have less time doing what he's doing. Yeah, he probably is schizophrenic. You're right about that. It did. I just think it's sick. I really do. I really think he's sick. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna catch up with him. It's gonna catch up with him. Eventually, it's gonna have to catch up with him. If you listen closely, nothing that he says makes sense. Now, for the past almost 6 months. Has it been 6 months? No, it hasn't been quite 6 months, about 5 months. I've been getting to know or like building a rapport or building a relationship with my significant other. Literally the whole time this dude has been wilding out, calling family members, doing all kind of crazy stuff, lying, slandering, stalking, dropping revenge porn, instead of establishing a real tangible relationship with someone else. Coming on here saying you don't have a man because you don't live with him, as as if I'm gonna meet a man, and not to say that not to say that I don't, that I don't trust him or whatever, but nobody just moves in with somebody 5 or 6 months later. He's always making these outlandish claims. Who meets somebody and then moves in with them a month later? Nobody does that. Nobody that happens in stages. He doesn't know what a normal relationship is. Probably because he's inbred. Hey, Stefan. Nobody just moves in with somebody when they first meet them. Why you live with your uncle? Uh-huh. Life is literally gonna continue to life while this dude sits around looking stupid. It's ridiculous. And you know what? It's gonna catch up with you. All this slander, everything that you have been doing is going to catch up with you. I don't know why you think it won't, but it will. So, no, I wanted to make it perfectly clear. Let me repeat this again for the people in the back. My man is an Aries. My uncle is an Aquarius. These are two different people. Again, he has limited belief. He don't even know that there's a whole world out there. I think that he just thinks that everything else that he sees is not real. There's a whole world of people out there. This is probably the reason why he stalked me all the way from 2013 all the way up till now. because he does not realize or understand, hey, there's a whole world out there. He limits himself to just a few trolls in that black sector, and it's sad. I think he thinks that just because he gets a few views, it means that people and views and likes courage to just see how far he'll go. And he's not smart enough to check himself and say, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this. Because I can assure y'all that I'm done. It's never been anything between us. I'm gonna tell y'all something. The whole time I was dealing with him, it was literally like mentoring him, more so mentoring a somebody that really doesn't comprehend well, right? It was never a relationship with him. It wasn't. Because there would be times when he would yell and scream at me because he's sick, accusing me of having a sexual relationship with my sons, plural. Only a person that has a sick mind would do that. No woman is going to stick around for that. I'm telling you, he's never been in a relationship with a woman, ever. He is a product of his environment, basically, is what he is. He's a product and he is displaying what he is used to seeing in his everyday life. Exactly, Stefan. He's dumb as a box of rocks. You're right. And then also, he's on this kick. Keep in mind, he's on this kick to where he tried to pretty much use me for validation. So he feels embarrassed that I'm saying that I have somebody. He's feeling embarrassed. He feels like I'm embarrassing him. Like, no, I'm just doing my own thing, which has always been separate from you. Yeah, he's jealous of my son. That's one of the reasons why you know, that's one of the reasons why he will never have a normal relationship with anybody normal. He will never. He will never. His mental is all fucked up. And it doesn't help that he smokes weed. He does not need to smoke weed. Because, I believe that intensifies his psychosis, makes him even more paranoid and delusional. Some people don't need to smoke weed. Okay? Now, I started smoking weed at a very young age. I did. I don't smoke a lot now, but that's always enjoyed my Mary Jane. But that's because my mind is able to handle it. He don't need to be smoking no weed. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm not interested in this conversation at all. I am I am honestly tired of it. Y'all got to understand that this did not just start in 2019. This started in 2013. And it is astounding how somebody can become that obsessed with a person and just keep going with it. And I believe that it's because he doesn't have a life and he's a sick-minded person. Also, he's here to try to slander me. Hold on real quick, y'all. Yeah, he's definitely here to slander me also and try to make me look bad. But you know, it just it's so stupid. It really is. It's so stupid. And it's like I said, some people, I believe that if it would have been any other female that he did that to for years, I believe that he would have driven that person crazy. For me, I'm very different. What the? Oh my God, a little bitty tiny bug in my coffee. My coffee. I should have put, yeah, I should have put something over it. And so that okay, that's it, folks. I gotta go brew another pot of coffee. So I gotta go because my coffee got ruined. That's my cue. I'm not interested in this conversation, but I will say for my reputation purposes, I know Steph. Are you hold on real quick. I pick up my coffee, or you gonna put on another. Thank you. For purposes of my reputation, no, I am not in a relationship with my uncle. Yeah, you're right. It is revenge for rejecting him. But who doesn't reject him? Why me? What's the fixation on me? What's the fixation on me? It goes a lot deeper than that. It does. It goes a lot deeper because prior to that, he's been harassing me on the internet since 2013. Prior to that, so I think that it's a variety of reasons. I believe he's jealous of me. He's not jealous in a sense to where, like, if you're a man and you're jealous of a woman being with someone else, no, he's jealous of me. My looks, my name, my fertility, um, my family. He's jealous of my family. You know what I'm saying? He's a sick person. You know, the fact that I can sit down and have a normal conversation with a person, he can't sit down and have a normal conversation with a person. Trust me, I know. His conversation always turns into something sick and abnormal. And I'm talking about really sick. He is incapable of any type of positive social interactions. He is. I mean, he's incapable of it. Like it is ridiculous. Like he has like his conversations has to be sick. That's why he's such good friends with that girl Miss L, because she doesn't have like literally, like, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, I just really think that he needs to accept that we're not compatible. We never have been. It's called incompatibility. It's called dude. It was never meant to be. And he does his best to try to compete with me, but I the way he talks. I don't you know, me and him have two different MOs. Like, it's not even it's it's like, what, that's weird. That's like oil and water. It's so bizarre, you know. He doesn't, Stevan, and he doesn't really interact with the people in the house he lives in either. He's very, very, very socially awkward. Very. He cannot carry a conversation. He can't. You know what I'm saying? It's always got to go to something sick because he was raised that way. He attacked Sandy for sleeping with a guy until he had to lie about it so he would leave her alone. Yeah, but you know what? You know, I, you know, never mind. Never mind about that. But yeah, that's true. He has done that to other people. However, you know, I have a trust issue with a lot of those females that are in that sector because, especially when it comes to Leah, because she was joining in with his stalking. But maybe I don't know. Maybe she was doing it out of fear. Maybe she felt like if she didn't go along with him, that he would attack her. I don't know. That to me, that's no reason to be doing what you're doing, though. But you know, that's water under the bridge. Point is that dude needs to just let it go. You know, because in real life, yes, I do have a man. No, my man is not my uncle, and I'm staying with him. Like I'm actually in love, and you know, I here's the thing. I do realize that some people don't have the ability to separate their mind and their thought process from other people. I know that I do. So just because he's in social media posting all this vile crap doesn't mean that I'm not going to enjoy my life any less. Like I'm not gonna not enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna enjoy life. I'm still going to, you know, a lot of people, it would be a source of trauma for them. It's not a source of trauma for me. It's not. I'm not traumatized because of it. It doesn't drive me insane. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably because I'm not a controlling type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I would love for him to shut the fuck up and leave me alone. I've actually done spiritual work on it. I have a cord cutting ring that I did. I actually did a and the cord cutting, I didn't need a cord cutting, right? But I just wanted to make sure that he couldn't attach himself to me in any way spiritually because he does try to go to people, right? It's not about love because I could never feel love for something like that. It's not about that. I don't need that for that. I just don't want to be associated with him. I want my earthly, my physical, my spiritual, my mental, my emotional and my social to be separate from him. I don't want any ties with him, obviously. And it's clear that the way he works and the way some people work is that they'll try to keep me tied to him. And see, not only that, uh you know, it's also people out there doing spiritual work. I don't do rejecting. Honestly, I don't, honestly I would like to not share earth with him. I wish he would go ahead and leave the earth. I don't like him at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I go ahead and pass away and not exist on this earth any fuck. Especially after I tried to, you know, I tried to help him, right? Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely screenshotting it and keeping it in a file to be used in court. Or as an example, a lot of people say, well, you need to ignore him. Yeah, but he says such egregious stuff that it's very difficult to ignore him. So, I mean, anything that anybody could say about a person that is vile, he has said it about me. I'm a pedophile, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, like literally. And it's kind of like you can't necessarily ignore that. So that's his tactic, is by doing things like for the past couple of days, he went on a campaign and he's gonna regret that shit. I'm telling you. Like when the ball drops, when the fireball drops on top of his head, it's gonna destroy him. Him making up accusations the way that he did, he's gonna be fucked. And I believe him a stroke. I can see him having an actual literal stroke. Because that is vile. That is vile to even do something like that to a person. That's disgusting. And he's been doing it for years. He's been doing it for years. My coffee this time. If I go back outside. But I gotta go because I'm getting ready to handle some business. I gotta go. Yeah. And also another thing, one thing I want to say, my social media is not about him. He wants my social media to be about him. That's why he went. And you know what? Honestly, I kind of believe that Brandy was being sneaky from the beginning. I believe that that girl Brandy had an intention to snake me anyway, and she's a narcissist. I believe she's a narcissist, right? But I still think that separately, part of the reason why he went on that is, well, number one, he wants to be disruptive to business practices and my healing work. But what he don't realize is that hell, he could have that. That's exactly what he needed. He needs some correcting. He needs some healing work. But it's probably he's beyond that though. He's too corrupt. But so is Brandy. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying. So he's trying to be disruptive to business practices again. Again, all of this he will regret. All of it, trying to be disruptive to business practices, because what he doesn't realize is that a healing practice is ordained by God, by the gods. He has no right to try to disrupt that. He has no right to be disruptive and problematic. Lying to people stating that he's talked to my clients. He's never talked to my, he lied about that. He lied about that. The only client that he's probably ever talked to was the troll clients that made themselves be known on here. Amanda. And he probably ain't talked to her. He's in that black sector with her. But otherwise, he don't know any of my clients. My client information is private. He does not know of any of my clients. So he lied about that too. He just lies. That is so disrespectful. And he don't have no bearing over my business though. Are you stupid? He don't have no bearing over my business. He don't have no control over that. He would like to, but he doesn't. But anyway, I've been here almost 42 minutes, y'all. I gotta go. Y'all have a good day. Bye.